So, parents, they get nervous about sending their kids away from them. They're so used to being with them almost 24 hours a day in a protective environment where they have total control. And as a parent myself, I know that it can be difficult to let go of that. As counselors, what do you think a parent should hear from you all to give them confidence to send their child to FACES camp? Aailyah, I want to hear your thoughts.
Yes. And I think this is like one of the greatest questions to ask because we all go through having, well, I haven't just yet, but having a child, not only with a difference, but just having a child in general and just watching them, evolve in life and just see them grow up as this, beautiful person as they are. It's very scary. As we know, the world is not rainbows and sunshines, and we're dealing with kids with differences and severe disabilities. So, a great advice that I like to tell myself as well is that we are capable of doing anything and that you got to look beyond your child's differences. At the end of the day, they are a human being. They are just like everyone else. Just like everyone else. We're all going through the same thing. We're all trying to figure it out. Just continue to push your child out. Do not shelter them. They don't need that. Because then, if you're sheltering them, you're really sheltering them in their own house. You're creating society in your own house. And that's a huge problem. For me growing up, my parents exposed me to so much. I was in gymnastics, pole vaulting, and those are the two sports where you can mostly get hurt like anytime. But my parents saw past who I was. They saw my potential, and I didn't know at the time. I was so like not understanding on like why are you putting me in the forefront, knowing where I'm going to be judged every time, or I'm going to be laughed at or mimicked. I didn't get it, but it wasn't for me to get at that moment. My parents saw that. So basically, just keep pushing them, expose them to anything. Yeah, they're not gonna like it at first, but who isn't at trying new things?
Darcy, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this question.
I truly feel that this camp fosters independence. Day one, all the campers go pick out what activities they want to do, and it's on them to, get to where they're supposed to go on time.
Right.
We have cabin cleanup. They have to clean their cabins. They have chores to maintain. Um, and I feel like throughout the week, the first day might be a little rocky, might be a little hard, but as the week goes on, these kids become so independent. Like as a counselor's perspective, it's like in the beginning, I'm kind of having to work with them, having to get them going, but by the end, they are doing everything completely on their own, completely by themselves. As a parent, I'm sure it's very hard to have to send your child away in the beginning, and especially being with them, like Aailyah said, 24/7, wanting them to be okay. But I truly feel that, like, in the long run, this camp is just so beneficial for them because they learn, like, they can be independent. They can do things for themselves, by themselves. And then, like Aailyah was saying, I'm so grateful that my parents pushed me outside of my comfort zone. Did competitive dance growing up. I did band in sixth grade, even with my craniofacial difference. And now I'm in marching the zoo, and I've gotten to go to Ireland and heading to London next year. And so it's like, even though with my craniofacial difference, I didn't have the traditional band experience, but I have gotten to learn my anatomy and I've gotten to grow. And it was hard and scary in the beginning, but I'm so grateful for the experiences I have gotten because of that. So tying back to camp, it's scary to do things in the beginning, but I truly feel that in the end, at the end of this camp, you will see such a huge growth in your child.
Wonderful. And finally, Jackson, tell us your thoughts about FACES camp and the importance of a child coming to it.
I think for parents, when you have someone with a facial difference, it's the fear that if you're not there to protect them, that nobody else will. And I think the great thing about Faces Camp is, of course, we offer the safety and protection, but we're also helping these children learn, helping our campers learn that you are your own protector. We are a community of people, and throughout the week, we really do. I mean, we really are bonding. I mean, it's sad to think camp comes to an end. And it's funny, the first day they're like, when are we going home? And now they're like,
Right.
we're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, that's all we have for camp. And if you want proof of how much the campers grow, the boys today won cabin cleanup. We had boys. These were boys by themselves who won the pig award for cabin cleanup.
Cleaning.
Let
So
me
if you-
see that pig
This
again.
is the pig.
Let me see the side
This is
view.
the side. Look at this.
Woohoo!
Cleaning.
A blue pig.
So if you don't think you think nothing is possible, boys can clean up here.
Clean.
Yeah.
But seriously, I mean, first step is the hardest, but
Mhm,
this is the
always.
safest place to take that first step.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
for all
wonderful.
three of us, I can't imagine if we didn't take that first step to come to community
Oh yeah.
a couple years ago. I mean, all three of us have been all over the country, all over the world in some cases as advocates, but if we didn't take that first step,
Well,
it wouldn't happen. I mean, for a lot of these campers, this is such a great place to take their first step.
right.
And I would say, let's do it. We're excited to see you guys, and
All right.
we hope to
Alright.
see you there.
And who does it best with counselors who have experience?
Exactly.
You know,
Mhm.
Yep.
representation is so important. So for them to watch us, to see us, you know, actually live instead of exist, is the importance of everything. So.
Well, as I said in the beginning, you guys have been a wonderful representation of young people in general and of the craniofacial community specifically. So thank you so much for this interview. And there's the bell.